I'm gonna be rapping for you. No, I'm not gonna be rapping. I'm gonna be doing comedy. All right. So a little bit about me, right? I'm kind of one of these golden retriever type guys, you know. I'm just kind of happy to be invited, happy that people know who I am, you know. That's kind of my vibe, you know. You guys know John Mulaney, the famous comedian. He once said that if you pour hot soup in my lap, I will apologize to you. It's kind of this, hit it right in the head there. I couldn't have said it better myself. You know, but I'm also a really big narcissist. You know, doing comedy, I look for rooms of people that I can talk at. You know, and it's it's quite fulfilling to talk to people. But it got so bad that I started my own comedy showcase so I could talk to people for a longer period of time. So thank you guys for being here, for enabling my honesty. So let's get to the real jokes. Anyone like to travel? Anyone like traveling here? Yeah, where do you guys like traveling to? Where do you guys travel to?
I'm born in Toronto.
Toronto? Cool. Yeah. I have really funny to say about Toronto. But I was in New York a month ago. I'll be the first to say it. Hot take here, but not a fan of Lady Liberty. I just feel like she's just like this ignorant, out of touch woman standing on a private island. Like, it's like, what is this? You know, like, what is this? Like, right? Like, it's like, if that's not a symbol of America, with like ignorant and out of touch, then what is, right? Like, is she just unaware of our political conflict or what? You know, it's very unclear, right? She's charging people $25 to go see her on her private island. Like, in this economy, then it's like, you want to go inside of her as you're born, and you're like, Lady Liberty's a prostitute? What else we got? This is a harsh transition, but this will make sense in a second. So I'm a big fan of fingering. So when I get the chance, and so when I was in New York, you know, there's a lot of traffic, lots of people directing traffic, and I'm like, those guys that direct traffic, you know, they got to be good at fingering. They're always doing this all day, you know. They know how to do it right, you know. Cool. This is new stuff. Cool. I applied to some apartments recently with some friends of mine, and when you're looking for apartments in our price range, the question is never, do we like this apartment? The question is this basement better or worse than the other basements we toured this week? You know, like, you have to be okay with the fact that there will be black mold. Like, if it rains at all, it will flood. Not to mention, like, if you want a door, if you're over 6 foot, you want to not hit your head on a door, like, a place like that doesn't exist, so you delusional fuck. Like, you know, and then, not to mention, like, worst of all, right, like, I don't even need to bring my magic mushrooms with me because all the lead paint and asbestos I'm inhaling will make me hallucinate just fine. I recently started a new workout routine at the gym, which involves going to the gym. So it's a work in progress on that one. And I know that I look like Jesus, right? You know, like every white guy with long hair looks like Jesus, but like Jesus wasn't white, and we all know that, right? Like, let's be sober. If Jesus was white, it would not be, the Last Supper would not be fresh bread and nice wine. The Last Supper would be bland chicken with LaCroix, you know? Like, yo, Jesus, stop off my lemon LaCroix, brother. You know, and after the Last Supper with white Jesus, Jesus would feel inclined to share the good word. His favorite song by Neil Diamond, and reaching out. But I think a better song would be, don't stop believing. Then he dies. Then he just dies. Like, you know, they had to bring him back after 3 days, right? Because the viewership in these 3 days went way down when he was gone. That's like, well, plot hole, you know? Like, but it's like, if I looked like Jesus, if I was Jesus, let's say, that would make what? That'd make my mom the Virgin Mary, which makes my older sister what? Adopted? I think she's kind of weird, so checks out. My mom, she's cool. She's pretty cool. My parents love to travel. They took me to Amsterdam when I was younger. In Amsterdam, they have legal prostitution, right? And with legal prostitution, I'm very curious how that industry works. I'm very curious how they regulate that. I like to just imagine that the way that the pricing works is you just everyone in Amsterdam walks around with the progressive name your price tool in their pocket, and they just like pull it out. But I don't think that's how it works, you know. But lastly, I'll end on this here. I used to live down in Mankato, Minnesota. Anyone familiar? Yeah. So down there they have this really big chlamydia epidemic. They call it the Cato clap. And so before I moved down there for school, all these people were trying to warn me about the Cato clap, and I'm like, oh, there's so much chlamydia, all this, all that. And I was like, then I moved there, and not a single person offered to give me chlamydia. So I was like, I'm not, it's kind of disrespectful, right? Like, when you think about it. But so if anyone here has chlamydia, let me know. I'm your guy, right? I'm your guy. I'm not picky either. I'll take syphilis, gonorrhea, whatever you got. Let me know, please. And lastly, I already said that's it. I'm done. Thank you.